Texas, a snowstorm and extreme weather conditions are leading to an avalanche of problems. In addition to the power going out, the water pipes froze and then cracked open, leaving millions without access to running water.
Not outside, in here. Don't go outside, it's too cold.
Those who still have water are now being told it is not safe to drink or shower with. This is starting to sound like third world conditions. It can't be happening in the USA, right? Well, actually it can. U.S. infrastructure has been in decay for quite some time.
We've got some older houses, some older apartment complexes that were built using PVC 20, 30 years ago. It is kind of a cold slap in the face, if you want to call it that this is happening. Normally, LFD would go out to a place like this had a busted pipeline, and they would help get the water out of the building, run the fans, to try and dry the place out. But again, in this case, because they have so many calls, they're not able to do that.
This did not start in Texas. In 2014, you had the Flint water crisis, when the city in Michigan switched from the Detroit water system to getting its water supply from the Flint River. But lead in the aging pipes soon leaked into the water supply, causing serious problems for locals. It took 5 years for the complaints to be listened to and the locals' problems to be addressed.
Inexplicable and inexcusable. Families weren't notified. Things weren't shut down. That shouldn't happen anywhere.
President Obama took a sip of...
All right, Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Basham Kakwadash. As you can see, the state of Texas is not just Texas, but the surrounding states as well. Been hit with a pretty bad winter storm. Basically like a frozen tundra that went down through there, and they're not used to getting weather like that. So pretty much they're pretty much catching hell down there in Texas. In the southern states, period, they typically, when there's a chance of snow, they usually shut down everything. I live down south in the most southern states. You got Florida on over to Texas, and those states usually, when there's a chance of snow, they usually shut things down. Even gas stations, because no one is out driving usually. So when this winter storm came through Texas, you can see that it caused great damage. And that's the reason why I wanted to play that video clip, to give you a sense of what's going on. Even the water down there is contaminated, because they have water like Flint, Michigan. Like you heard the news anchor mentioned in the news clip I played. So you got Edomites down in Texas. That's a big state, and it's a lot of Edomites down there as well as Jake. You got a lot of Judites down there. You got Benjamites down there. You got Levites down there. You got Issacharites. You got a whole host of the tribes is down there for the most part. Texas is pretty big. So pretty much, things are happening. And things are going to continue to happen, because we're at the time of the end, where the Most High is actually getting ready to bring forth that judgment on what as America, but it's really Babylon the Great. Now, there's many plagues going to hit this place, and as you see the infrastructure of America and all the things that are supposed to keep things going, even within the crisis situation, everything is failing down in Texas. And there's nothing they can do pretty much besides just wait on the different aid they can get. Now, check this out, because speaking of what's going on, a lot of judgment is going on, because the Most High Father is going to judge a lot of people that's on the earth, and beginning with Israelites down there, because if you notice, I have who was that? Well, I'll say a relative of mine. They have a sister down there, and she's from here in Michigan, but she moved down to Texas a few years back, and I'm sure well she's fine. She's okay, She know how to drive on the snow and everything. She haven't got no accident or nothing like that. But it was the telling of the different power outages and lack of food and things like that. And so it's a lot been going on in Texas as well, as far as even within the hip hop industry. A lot of wicked Israelites have been on full display as far as their wickedness down in Texas. But the Most High is gonna open up on a lot of you tribes. So that's light, really. Where we're sitting in Texas is light. It's just a sign of more things to come. So this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6. It says, I'm sorry, starting at 4. and Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Yeah, and that mark is Tawah, which means exempt from judgment. You have brothers down there, some Akim down there that's teaching. May Yahweh Shah be with you, Akim, during these times, but the Most High and your Father are going to protect you and keep you in these times. If you're of the elect, you don't have to worry about that. Psalms tell you that the Most High encampeth angels around the righteous, so you don't have to worry about any of those plagues. All right. So one thing about what's going on is you have a number of Israelites out there that's part of the 2/3, man. All right, the Most High is gonna judge a lot of you 2/3, okay? Which I'm reading about it right now. All right, but the men that signed and crying are men of the Lord. All right, and the few sisters, they believe they may be in Texas, but for the most part, the men of the Lord that's out in Texas, they're the ones that signed and crying. All right, verse 5. And to the others he said, in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Now, as far as what I know, as of today, the death toll was at about 46 to about 50 people. The count had reached to who had died within the winter storm. All right. So that's all they've reported on right now, as far as the death toll. All right. Verse 6, it says, Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began the ancient men which were before the house. All right, so the key point is, begin in my sanctuary. The sanctuary of the Most High is thus the children of Israel. Okay. Now, for you ones that don't know, all right, this is Psalms 20 and 2. Well, I start at 1. It says, the chief musician, a psalm of David, which is King David, says, Yahweh, hear thee in the day of trouble, the name of the power of Jacob, defend thee, send thee help from the sanctuary, and strengthen thee out of Zion. And see, that's how you know right there that who is referring to us, the children of Israel. All right, so the Most High is going to defend you as of the elect from all the evil that may be around you. People are in a desperate situation, so people starting to react strangely, because they don't know what to do. They act with desperate measures. Okay, so Lord willing, the men of the Lord find safety real quickly. All right, those of you be down there. It says That's it on that. All right, come. No, one thing I want to highlight is, that we at the end. You can see that we're at the end of Esau's kingdom by all the things that's going on. All right. He answered me then and said, measure thou. I'm sorry, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very time wherein the highest will begin to visit the earth, the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which earthquakes are going on. A recent one in Italy, I believe it was, and a few other spots. It's happening so fast as far as the events concerning prophecy that it's just a constant wave of of evils that's coming. Kind of like a domino effect, right? But surely they're coming. All right. Like I said, earthquakes are happening, uproars of the people are happening. Even the people down in Texas, they're in the uproar because you even have politicians, which they making it like a political skirmish between what's going on in Texas as far as, with sending those people aid down there, whether they be Jake or Esau. All right. They was, basically saying that it was due to, Texas being a more of a Republican state. They was making fun of them. Right, so things are going on, man. That's making people be in the uproar because they're mad their government didn't send aid as quickly as they would like. It says, verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And that's the elect. All right. And as far as these perils, there are perilous times going on because you look around the state of the earth, or the condition of the earth right now, as far as the people. And I'm talking about on a all nation scale. I mean, all 18 nations. People are not in good shape. They're in a constant state of mourning because so much is going on. Whether they be the wars that's going on, all right, or the civil unrest that may be going on. A lot of countries, most countries have civil unrest going on. As you look around the news, most countries have civil unrest. That's uproar. All right, people are mad. People are pissed off because of how the way things have been going. All right. Well, man, here. Oh, that's it on that. Come on. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk 2. Start at verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh will answer me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, they may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end is, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And the vision of the earth being in uproar, as far as the people that's on the earth, that point in time is now. All right, because this time around, every nation under the sun is in uproar. All right, and somehow, in some way, you look around, you have protests in Spain and all through other parts of Europe. You have protests all on the continent of Ham, which is known as Africa today. All in Asia, you know, so-called Chinese and Japanese, because things are going on in their lands. All right, down in South America and Central America, up here in the mainland of America. All right, on the islands in Haiti. All right, things are going on. All right, the scriptures speak about Israelites putting far away the evil day. All right, and also the scriptures say to awake, or now it's high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, but that's the truth, man. Our salvation is near because of all the prophecies that we was given, and now we can plainly understand them and see them come to pass before our very eyes. Meaning what? They're being made manifest before our very eyes. And the hopeful elect is the only one that's paying attention to what's going on. All right. Now you're gonna get caught up out here because you're thinking things like are a game, especially you Israelites, man. Two-thirds of our people going to be put to death. So, you know, that shows you how many of our people are going to make it, which is only a remnant. All right, Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." You know, that's what you're supposed to be occupied in, prophecies, because the main thing a man the Lord is concerned with is what? Prophecy, because that's what it's all about, man. All these prophetic events that's taking place and going to take place more and more as time winding down on Esau and his kingdom. It's gonna get a lot worse out here, all right? A lot worse, man. So your minds will be meditating on the prophecies each day you wake up. All right, each day. No, we're not getting. No, we're not entering into good days. We're entering into evil days, man. So you Akim out there, you know, stay focused, you know. Matthew 24, and I'm starting at verse 4. It says, "And Yahweh shall answer and say unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many." The word Christ means anointed. Excuse me. Verse 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Now, you know, that's what's going on. You know, you got wars going on, right? All through the different continents. You know, every continent really. All right, even over here. How long have the U.S. been, America been threatening Venezuela and Bolivia and different so-called Latin American countries. All right. And the constant state of war is going on over in the Middle East. Okay. Even Joe Biden is somehow setting more troops over there, ramp up more troops to get them sent back over there. Even the ones that DJ Trump brought back over here. All right. So these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet, because the very end of Esau's kingdom is going to be when those missiles drop. Okay. Verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in different places." Now, There's a food shortage going on right now in Texas. All right, Texas is a prime example of a food shortage. People are in long lines, man. Thousands of people, thousands on thousands of people are in long lines, lining up to get food. All right, hundreds of thousands lining up to get food because their food spoiled, and all kinds of things that happen to them. So, when you think about it, when people line up for food like that, that's because there's no food in their homes, really, or hardly at all. And also, if they're lining up more at food banks and food drives instead of going to the store, what did that tell you? Because remember, the power went out. The power went out down there. You had millions of Texans, meaning the people that live in Texas. All right, when I say the word Texans, but you have millions of people that's down in Texas that was out of power for days. Okay. Some still out of power. All right. But that's what's been going on, So these things are happening, man. All right, these things are happening as far as concerning prophecy. Prophecies are jumping off, man. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 16. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to verse 8. 2nd Ezra 16:8. It says, "The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" The answer is no one. All right, the Most High wants something to happen. You can't no one turn your back outside the Most High himself, man. All right. And you see what's going on with the Texans. All right. The Most High is the ones that's in control. All right. Not Esau. No, Esau just doing, the work that's on the left hand side. All right. They're fulfilling their lot as being the wicked. It's nothing for all these billionaires to get together and provide food and shelter for these people. But the wicked elite of Esau won't allow it. Because remember, they want to get rid of, all right, they want to get rid of about 3.5 to 4.5 billion people, man. All right. Let me see something. Let me see this come up. Matter of fact, I've just returned to it, but I'm gonna get a precept here. All right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, and it's speaking on the son of perdition, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Which perdition means destruction, by the way. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, it says, "Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High." And that's the whole thing with Esau. Esau thrives on people being in a desperate situation, and then seeing that he want to get rid of a lot of people on earth. You're not the Most High, Esau. But by you doing so, you're trying to show yourself like you're the Most High, when you're just a man. All right, who are you who are you to say there's too many people living on the earth? It's not your call. It's not your place. All right, so you deprive you Edomites, man, or you devils, man. Cause you're some proud devils, man. All right, and you're the You're the ones. You're the reason why the state of the earth, all right, is as worse as it's ever been throughout history, man. All right, because of what you've done since you've been ruling. Okay. Even the earth, the scripture states the earth are defiled. It was Isaiah the 24th chapter that the earth is defiled under the heavens thereof. Because why? The earth is defiled with all the pollution since you've been ruling, Esau. Alright? Even the water down here in Texas, you can't even drink it or bathe with it. That's how bad the water is, man. Ain't that something? So not only people are asked out as far as being in a winter storm and not having power and food is scarce. They can't even bathe themselves because of water is so contaminated with high levels of lead and what have you. Different arsenic, toxins. That's very harmful and fatal to the body, man. All right, that water is through, man. You can't bathe and drink it. Not even bathe in it. Oh man, that water is through. Okay. Let's jump down here to verse. I'm sorry. Let's keep on reading. Verse 5 says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time." Yeah, Esau, for being a devil. Verse 7, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." And who the Most High Father is going to destroy? By sending his son back. Esau. Esau is the one ruling. All right? It tells you that Esau is the one ruling, man. And right now, he's been revealed to be the wicked, man. Look at all the things you're doing, man. It's not contaminating the water of a wicked thing. It's very wicked. Especially when you intentionally do it, knowing that it's going to cause harm to people. If that's not a deceiver, of course it's a deceiver. All right. Verse 9, "Even him who is coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders." That's a so-called white man. All right. To the T. Verse 10, "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they may be saved." Esau, you're a man of many lying wonders, man. And your working is strictly from the spiritual demon Satan, man. That's why you're trying to get rid of everyone. I mean, who are you to the Most High is the one that issues life and death. So who are you, Esau? Because you can shoot a man, and the Most High can put the spirit right back in that man. In that man's body, he can live. All right, the Most High can make someone immortal. Someone with an indestructible body, man. But you're not the Most High, Esau. You're just a man. Okay? So you're going to see a lot more people die under the hands of Esau because he's the wicked. All right? He is the wicked. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, one of my favorite. Proverbs 16:4. And it reads, "Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." Yeah, the days are not evil? Of course they are. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the wicked, man. They're the children of Esau, Edom. All right? Even going back to Cain, they're the children of the wicked one. All right? The seed of evildoers, man. All right? But you were made for the day of evil, Esau. All right? All right, that's why we keep telling you that Esau is doing everything the Most High want him to do. He's fulfilling his role as being the wicked. Okay, when you get that through your mind, all right. Everything is going on surrounding this Maxine. A lot of things are going on surrounding this job, man. All right, to name a few issues that's going on, but things are happening on Esau's watch because of Esau. All right, he's the one that's plotting against you. All right, he's the one that's plotting against you tribes, man. Go this precept real fast. Psalms 37:2, and it reads, "The wicked plotted against the just, and gnashed upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." Yeah, your day is coming, Esau. You're watching it right now. All right, you're always plotting against us. See, your filthy water was made to affect Jake, man. Your filthy water down there was made to affect Jacob. And what did it do, Esau? It backfired on you. Ain't that something? All right, the Most High Father is laughing at you because your day is coming, man. Scripture tell you that he has set a appointed bounds that he cannot pass. Roughly paraphrasing Job. All right, what Job said. All right, verse 14: "The wicked have drawn up the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, to slay such as be of upright conversation." And that's true. Because we bring out, all right, things that's going on behind closed doors, and really isn't done. No, really they're done in plain sight. All right, and that's why we're a threat, not a physical threat. We're a threat because we're bringing out the wickedness of the current ruler right now, which is Esau, Edom. All right. Verse 15: "Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bow shall be broken." All right. Ain't that something? All right, the Most High is going to destroy you, Edomites, man, for all the wickedness you do. It's the Most High's movie. All right, you're the wicked, all right, or the bad guy, and we Israelites are the good guys. And the good guys always win in the end. All right. That's why all the devices you got devised is going on down there in Texas right now. All right, the elected nation of Israel, which is our people, are going to make it out. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it, Esau. So, I mean, you can try all you want. You can try all you want, but nothing's going to happen to the elect. All right. So with that, I'm gonna get ready to close and say, Lord willing, you would edify. And until next time, I want to say shalom to the elected nation of Israel.